Hello, this is Stretch and Recover. My name is Stephanie. I'm glad you guys are here today. We're going to get started on hands and knees. So please come onto your mat. We're going to start in cat pose. So you're going to pull the belly button in and round the spine. Bring your chin to your chest. We're going to hold right here. And then start to relax. Allow your tailbone to go up towards the ceiling. Relax your abs, relax your glutes. Gaze will start to go forward. Maybe it's still on the floor, depending on how much flexibility you have. Arms are straight and strong, but the rest of you is relaxing. One more time. Pull the belly button in, rounding the spine, holding your cat pose, strong arms, strong core, activating. And then slowly release. Arms stay straight. Relax. Everything except for your arms. Downward facing dog. So flatten out the back, curl the toes under, and lift your hips up high. Pedaling your feet, bending one knee at a time. Nice and slow. And slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. Rise to stand. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold and exhale. Soften the knees. Fingertips come down to the mat. Step back into plank pose, top of a push-up. Going to lower down your knees and slowly come down to your belly. You're going to bring your hands by your sides, palms up. Bring your toes to touch and allow your heels to fall open. You're going to turn your head to the right and lower your left ear down to the mat. Slowly turning your head the opposite way. Coming back to center, child's pose. Hands will come under your shoulders, lift up, press up, hips come back. Downward facing dog, rolling through your hands and knees, curl the toes under, lift your hips up. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Rise to stand. Reach the arms up overhead. Hands come by your side and exhale. Staying right here in Tadasana, mountain pose. I'll turn to face you. Feet hip width distance apart. Toes straight forward and parallel. A little softness in the knees. Pull in the belly just about halfway. Okay, not all the way, not a hard suck in, but just a little engagement through the core. Turn your head to the right and keep your eyes open. Now close your eyes. Just notice. If you need to open your eyes, please do. Open your eyes back up and bring your head back forward. Now turn your head to the left. Then soften the eyes or close the eyes. Notice. Open the eyes. Bring the head back forward. You're going to tip your head to the right. Bring your ear towards your shoulder without lifting the shoulder up. Just letting it hang. And coming back to center, tipping now to the left. Coming back to center, bring your chin to your chest. And then slowly bring your head back up. You're going to round back down. So tuck the chin, pull the belly button in, round the shoulders forward, sliding your fingers maybe down the front of your legs, soften your knees, touching your toes. You're going to walk your hands over to the right side, maybe to the right side of your right foot here. Looking for a stretch in your left lower lumbar. And then slowly changing, walk your hands now to your left foot on the outside, feeling a stretch. Coming back to center, we're going to roll back up to standing. Shoulder rolls, bringing the shoulders forward. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you squeeze back and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Turn your head to the right. Close your eyes or soften the gaze. Open the eyes. Coming through center, turn your head to the left. Close your eyes, soften the gaze. Coming back to center. Lift the right heel, stretching the bottom of the foot. And change, left heel. And change, right heel. And change, left heel. And release, side stretch. Right hand's going to reach up to the ceiling. Left hand to the hip. You're going to gently reach over, keeping your spine without rotating forward or backwards, straight over to the side. And then coming through center, switching left hand up, right hand to your hip, and over. Coming back to center. Going to go wide stance, so go ahead and turn inward so you can all see. Open the wide legs. You turn on your mat wide. Just go really wide. Really, 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 really wide. Bring your hands down to the mat. Soften your knees as much as you need. Take a deep breath in and forward fold. When you inhale, I want you to feel like you're lengthening out the spine, even lifting away from the floor a little bit. And then exhale, allow yourself to come a little deeper, a little lower, a little more relaxed. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. Slowly roll up to standing. Make your way up. Bring your feet together. Nice. Turn back to face the front. All right, come to the top of your mat. Bring your hands down by your feet. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Now you're going to keep that right knee lifted. Your right hand is going to come down onto the mat. Your left toe is going to turn open. Your left arm is going to come up into the air. Bring the left hand back down. Turn your left toe back forward and lower your right knee down. Allow your hips to fold forward, coming closer to the mat. Runner stretch, extending back. Bring your hips over your knee and fold over your left leg. Coming back through center. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. We're going to change to the other side. So step the right foot forward. Your left foot steps back to a lunge. You're going to start with the twist. So you're going to turn your right toe out a little bit, and the right hand will come up to the ceiling. Bringing the right hand down, turning your toe back forward. Lower the back knee down. Hips come forward. Runner stretch, sitting the hips back towards either your heel or just stacking over your knee. Fold over your right leg. It does not have to be straight. And then coming back to center, curl the back toe, lift the back knee, step forward, rise to stand. Hopefully you're starting to heat up a little bit. Sometimes really creates the heat. Take a deep breath in, reaching the arms up overhead. This time we're going to side stretch, but interlace the fingers. Bring your toes all the way to touch. Reaching up and over to your right. Hips are going to move to the left. And come through center. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and then up and over to the left as you exhale. Coming back through center. Release the arms down by your sides and widen your stance to about hip width distance. You're going to turn to your right. Keep your hips forward. Reach the arms out to the side and up over your head, all the way up. And then all the way back down with the arms. Turning back through center. Turn to your left, hips stay forward. Arms sweep out to the side and up over your head. And then all the way back down. Coming back through center. We're going to eagle the arms. So we're going to bring the right arm under. Crisscross best you can. If you can't quite get the palms to touch, you can also hold on to opposite shoulders. We're going to take these arms up and down little bits. Some people can really get a lot of range of motion here. I'm pretty limited in this position. I can only do smidges. But if you can go a little higher than I can, good for you. Just go to your range without force. And release. Switching the arm, other arm on top. Crisscross best you can. And then see what you can do on this side. Stretching through the back. And release. We're going to go behind the back now, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feet a little wider, shoulder width apart. Forward fold. As you forward fold, you're going to pull the knuckles up towards the ceiling best you can. You can soften the knees as much as you need. Feeling the belly button pulling in. Knuckles can even go more forward without force, just letting gravity take them where they may. And then slowly rise back up. Nice. Release. Bring your feet back underneath your hips. You're going to do a neck stretch. So you're going to tip your head to the right. You're going to flex your left fingertips. You're going to press the shoulder down like you're pressing into the floor. From here, keep that pressure like you're pressing away from you, and lift the arm up and stop as soon as you feel a pretty intense stretch through maybe the forearm. That's where I usually feel it. So the more you flex your fingers and the more you push, the less you may be able to go up. I can go up higher if I let go of my neck a little bit and let go of my fingers. I can go all the way up if I let my fingers not. But if I flex back and push down, it should restrict my movement. And release. Let's switch to the other side. Tipping the head to the side. Then flex the hand. Press down like you're pushing down. I don't know, what would you push down in this position? I'm not sure. And then we'll lift it up so you feel the stretch. And release. Bring your head back up, chin to chest. Gently roll to the right. And then a small roll through center, slight roll to the left. Coming back to center, bring the head back up. Nice job. Let's come back to hands and knees. So we're going to sit in child's pose. Then you're going to send your body forward onto your belly. Pull the belly button in, rippling the spine, lower down to the belly. And let's repeat that. Push back up. Send yourself back into child's pose. And then inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lower down. Hands are going to go by your sides. Palms up. Big toes touch, heels fall open. Turn your head to the right. Let your left ear rest onto the mat. And maybe notice the difference between that first neck stretch and this one. And then slowly change, switching to the other side. And then coming back through center, prop yourself up onto your forearms as long as you don't have spinal stenosis. If you have spinal stenosis, just maybe barely come up. You really don't want to do any extensions, okay? Herniations though, this is fine and dandy. Actually, this is advisable. Just going to lift your head and shoulders. Relax your belly. Looking for a stretch right through the stomach. If you don't feel a stretch in your stomach and would like to do a deeper back bend, you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders or by your ribs. You can widen your feet to lift up into full cobra. Slowly lower down. Bring your feet together. Child's pose with your knees touching. So keeping the thighs in. We're going to bring the elbows in tight towards the knees. Pull your belly button in, rounding the spine like cat pose. And release. Reach the arms forward. come back onto your belly. So pull the belly button in, rippling the spine. This is inhale. And then exhale, lower down to the belly. Bring your big toes to touch, hands by your sides. Turn your head to the right and relax completely. And then turn your head the opposite way. Coming back to center, prop up onto your forearms, Sphinx pose. We're going to bend the right knee. You're going to reach back with your right hand. See if you can touch your toe and then walk your fingers down onto the shin bone and flex that foot. You can either stay here or lower your forehead down to the mat. And then if you'd like more stretch to deepen this, you're going to squeeze your right cheek, your right butt cheek, push your hip bone down into the mat. And release. Nice and gently lower the leg. And then prop yourself back up onto your forearms for the other side. You're going to twist back, reaching for your left foot. Walk your fingers down to your shin bone right at your ankle and flex the foot. And then slowly lower down. Your option here is to squeeze the tushy, pressing the hip into the mat. That might even kind of kick your heel up towards the ceiling more. And release. Nice and easy. Child's pose with your knees together. Going to walk your elbows in tightly towards your knees. Pull the belly button in for your cat. And release. We're going to take a side stretch here. So lift your head and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. You're going to straighten the left arm. You should feel a pretty good stretch through the left rib cage and left shoulder, maybe even underneath the arm, tricep. Some might feel it in the lower back. You can rest your forehead down onto your arm or wherever it might fit for you. Take a deep breath in. Notice how the stretch intensifies with the breath work. And release. Lift your head. Walk your hands now to the left side. Reach the right arm straight. And then lower your head where it falls. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Lift your head, coming back to center. You're going to come back onto the belly. So reach the arms, rolling through center, pull the belly button in, lower down to the stomach. This time we're going to bring the hands up by our face. You're going to bend the right knee and you're going to bring it out to the side. So I use my right hand to kind of help lift myself up so I can slide the leg out to the side. Bring it up as high as I can with the knee bent. From here, I can then let my head rest back down. Start to relax the muscles in your hips, your glutes, your abs. If you don't feel much of a stretch, try to walk your leg a little higher up towards your shoulder or use your hand to help pull it up a little bit more. And then see if you can get both your hips to come back close to the mat. You can deepen your neck stretch here by turning your head to the left and placing your right cheek onto the mat. So you're turning away from your leg. Slowly releasing out of this, extending your right leg back, sliding it back, walking it back. And other side. Left leg's going to come out to the side. Bring it up as high as comfortable for you so you feel like you can get your hips back down towards the floor. And then rest your head. Once you feel settled, if you'd like to do the neck stretch, you're going to turn your head to the right, placing your left cheek or left ear down. If it's too much, you just come back to center. Keep looking for your body to relax. And slowly lifting up, sliding your foot back. One more back bend of your choice, whether you do the cobra all the way up or you do the sphinx. See if you can relax your legs, relax your tushy, relax your belly. Slowly lower down. Bring your legs together. Child's pose, but nice and tight so you get that round spine again. Pulling that belly button in, round it in. Downward facing dog. Coming back to hands and knees, curling your toes under, lift your hips up. Pedaling out the feet, bending right knee and then left knee. I want you to look for a stretch in your glute. So bringing the knee slightly across the body as you bend it might help you find that stretch through the hip. Pigeon pose. Your right leg is going to lift and bring it towards your right hand or wrist. Once you're there, you're going to walk yourself backwards, sliding backwards, sitting up tall. Your spine should be ready for this back bend. Once you're here, take your time, gently walking down, folding over your leg. You want your entire hip down if you can. So adjust yourself. You got to adjust this back leg out to the side like this to get the hip down. That's what I prefer you do. Then have the leg behind you and stack up on top of your knee like this. Okay, so I'd rather have the hip down, the entire bone down, and the back leg bent and adjusted versus smashing your knee. Take a deep breath and exhale out. Deep breath, breathing, releasing. Using that exhale, sending it right to where you might feel it. And slowly coming up out of this, walk your hands back, down dog. Left side, left leg will come forward. near your left hand and wrist, and then sliding the right leg back until you get that hip down. And once again, if you feel you need to bend this back knee to make sure that you can get that hip down, please do that. And then fold over the leg. But ideally, the knee is tucked under and the toes are tucked under. Deepen your breath. And slowly come up. Back to downward facing dog. Take your time, no hurries. Walk your feet a little more forward, about 3 inches. Straighten your legs and lift your heels really high. And then slowly lower your heels down towards the mat without force. Getting a deep stretch in the back of the legs, the Achilles, calves. And release, child's pose. Going to make your way to seated. I'm going to start with cow face or shoelace pose. So if you've got really tight hips, maybe you're just going to sit in what's called the easy seat or Sukhasana, which is cross legs. But in cow pose or shoelace pose, you're going to try to bring your right leg up and across the left and line the knees up best you can. Once you are there, you want to feel like your shoelaces, if you had shoes on, which most of you do not, if you had shoelaces, they are right there. From here, you're just going to sit up tall and feel like both your sitting bones are evenly pressed on the floor. We're going to add an arm stretch today. So your right arm is going to come up overhead, bend at the elbow, touch right onto your spine with your middle finger. From here, your left hand, see if you can reach behind you and see if you can touch the fingers. If you can't, that's okay. Mine do not. I'm just going in that direction. See if you can bring your chin up, looking straight forward. Oh man, right? And then we're going to tuck it down. So pull the belly button in, we're going to round down. Now you can always undo your arms here. I usually like to, releasing at least one arm. I like both arms down myself so I can really fold over the legs. And slowly release. We're going to switch legs. The best way to do that, I think, is to kind of lean back a little bit. That kind of helps them pop out. Other side. All right, now you're going to put the opposite leg on top, which should be your left leg. You're going to try to line the knees up and have everything as tight as possible. But once again, do what you can. Shoelaces, face forward like you're holding onto your shoelace. Then the left hand's going to come up, bend at the elbow. See if you can touch the spine. And then right arm. Maybe you're closer on one side than the other. Maybe you're 2 miles apart on both sides. Chin will slowly come up first, deepening that stretch. And then pull the belly button in, folding down, releasing the hands as needed, and coming all the way over as far as you can go without force, without strain. And slowly release up. Nice. We're going to go wide with the legs. Scoot yourself as far forward as you can. You guys have your ball within reach? If not, that's okay. You don't have to have a ball because we're just going to roll the ball forward. So if you don't have your ball, you can just take your hands forward. Otherwise, take the ball and roll it out. You can come onto the forearms. You can continue rolling, getting as deep as whatever works for you. And once you get to your stopping point, take a deep breath in, lift a little bit up out of it, and then exhale a little bit in. Again, inhale, lifting up, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Last one. Inhale, and exhale. Slowly roll back up. You're going to bring the legs together. You're going to take the ball onto the shins. You're going to roll the ball to the feet. You're going to put it on top of your toes. Sit up tall. Tighten your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach forward, roll the ball down to the bottom of your feet if you can. Maybe you stopped right here on the top of the toes, but maybe you can go all the way down, placing the ball onto your feet. Slowly roll it back to where you feel no stretch. Slowly go again, roll it up, take a deep breath in, and exhale, roll it down the bottom of your feet best you can. And slowly release. 3 times the charms. Here we go. Last time. Roll it up. And exhale. Belly buttons in. Belly button in. And slowly release. All right. We're going to lie backwards onto the ball. Here's, if you need a block, I've got an extra one here, but let me show you what you can do. I've got a lot of mobility through my spine, so I don't need a block. But if you know you can't do a big extension, you can place a block behind your head and lower it down. You're looking to create an upper thoracic back bend. Your hips stay down on the ground. Your knees can stay bent. They can also extend straight. Arms can go out to the side. They can be down by your hips. That's a little less. Up over the head is a lot deeper. But if you're not using a block, you want the back of your head to touch the floor, not the top of the head, the back of the head. Who needs a block? Anyone need a block? So you're going to hold it like that and then lower your head. And if it's uncomfortable at any time, guys, go ahead and come up out of this pose. This is supported fish. Now we're stretching the neck. Stretching the thoracic spine, stretching the heart space, pectorals, the front of the shoulders. In our general life, we do a lot of reaching forward, whether that's driving, riding, computering, telephoning, golfing, all the reaching forward, cooking. Here is going to help reverse all that forward action. And slowly lifting your head up, removing everything out. Ball comes out, block comes out. We're gonna lie back onto our backs for a happy baby. Flat spine. Knees will be bent and wide. Hold onto your toes. Go really wide with very bent knees. See if you can get the entire spine on the floor. I'm not trying to pull, I am just relaxing best I can into this. And then release the feet down onto the floor, outside your mat, wide. Knees now will roll inward and touch each other. Windshield wipers, you're gonna roll the knees to the right, allowing the left knee to come towards the front of the room or towards the foot of your mat, feeling a stretch through the front thigh. See if you can relax, let the legs become heavy. And then slowly switching to the other side. Adjusting your feet so they stay nice and wide. Allowing them to just hang and be heavy. Let's go one more time to the right. And to the left. Coming back through center, heel toe your feet together and draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Small ball, forehead to the knees. Lower your head and shoulders back down. Bridge pose. Feet come down to the mat about hip width distance apart. Press your lower back into the mat using your abs and then squeeze your tush. Slowly lift your hips up. And lower down. Figure four, another hip stretch. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Draw both knees into your chest. For this pigeon today, we are going to hold on to the right leg only. Extend your left leg out and onto the floor, straight. To pull your left knee back in, gentle pressure of the lower back into the mat, engage your core, and then draw the knee back in. And switch, releasing down, feet to the mat, left ankle crossing over the right, and then draw the knees in, holding on to the left leg only, the foot, the ankle, the knee, and then extending right leg. Maybe it'll come down to the floor. To bring that right knee back in, remember you got to use your abs first. So a gentle pressure of the lower lumbar towards the floor, draw the knee in. And release. Extend everything long on the mat. Squeeze your tushy, point your toes or flex your feet, whichever one feels better to you. Tight thighs, tight glutes. Reach the arms up overhead. Full body stretch, best you got. Belly button in, tighten everything up. And relax. Place your hands onto your belly right by your hip bones. Bring your arms out to cactus. So you're going to bring your elbows a little lower than your shoulders, and your hands are going to go up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to just rotate the arm bones. So bringing the back of the hands to the floor. And then slowly rotating the arm bones, bringing the hands towards the ceiling, and then bringing the palms towards the floor, rotating. And maybe they don't touch, it just depends on how tight your shoulders are. Rotating again, bringing the back of the hands to the floor, and sweeping, bringing the palms of the hands to the floor. Coming back to center, we're going to cross the right arm over the left, hold onto opposite elbows. Bring both arms up over your head. And release. Change the grip. Opposite arm on top and over the head. And release. You're going to bring your arms by your sides. And you're going to really try to lengthen through your neck. So reaching the hands towards your feet until you feel like you can't get your shoulders far enough away from your ears, and then completely relax. Let the arms lay where they may. Just notice, are your palms up? Are they on their sides? Are they down? Relax your feet, your legs. Using the floor and the gravitational force to help fix any misalignments by just completely surrendering. Allowing all the work that we did to create length and mobility to just settle in. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. Feeling your body become more calm every breath in and more relaxed on every breath out. Reducing your stress and anxiety by breathing in deep and letting it all release. Small movements with your fingers. Just notice what you might feel or touch. Maybe your fingers touch together. Maybe they touch your clothing or your mat or the floor. And then wiggling your toes. Flexing your feet, tightening up the thighs, bending one knee at a time, placing the feet up onto the mat. Gently press your lower back into the mat, activating the core. Squeeze your glutes and just hold that. We're not lifting. We're just going to do a squeeze of the glute and a lower back press. Relax your legs. You're going to bend at the elbows. You're going to press the backs of the arms into the mat That's going to activate your upper back muscles. And relax. Press your lower back into the mat again. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap the arms over the legs. Pull in, forehead to the knees. And lower back down. Rolling over onto your right side. Fetal position, keeping the knees tucked in and support your head. And slowly make your way up to seated. Whether you roll back onto your back and roll up or you press yourself up. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the Stretch and Recover Restore class. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you feel somewhat better. Better. A little bit better. Yay, you.